And I'm part of the Instructional Technology Specialist at Kennesaw State University. This will be my presentation over my capstone that was titled Student Engagement Through Technology. Of this capstone was at a pre-K through 5th grade elementary school located in Dalton, Georgia. The name of my school is The Gap Elementary. So the main focus of this project was using technology to provide engaging academics and increase student engagement. This was based on administration conversations and just observations on teachers and teacher feedback for my project. So the problem that we found in my school is that we had underusage of readily available technologies to plan and deliver engaging lessons. So this means that we had a ton of, well, actually we currently have a lot of online technology tools, but a lot of our teachers are not familiar with them, and many of them did not even know of the online technology tools that we had in the building. Also, teachers also had the problem of lack of knowledge and training on the available technology in order to promote student engagement. So this is where I wanted to focus my capstone project in order to give our teachers the most bang for their buck and increase the student engagement and deliver and plan those engaging and rigorous lessons that they wanted. So the need that we had is that teachers wanted to receive that proper training for the available technology, but I wanted to offer this training in a way where I was not taking more time away from their classrooms. Our school has been going through a lot of professional development, and I did not want to add another meeting or pull them for another day or time. So this is where the idea of virtual newsletters came to life. I felt like this was the best way to promote this professional development in order to give them the opportunity to do this professional development at their own time instead of pulling them out of the classrooms more. Here is my capstone project plan. I began all my groundwork and planning for it back in October of 2018. I began the implementation of my online newsletters and exemplar lesson plans in December, and I wrapped up the project at the end of May. So in order to assess my monthly newsletters, I had to look at raw usage data obtained from the spotlighted technologies from each month. These were the newsletters that our teachers were receiving. And the way that this worked was that per month, each grade level received a newsletter with the available technologies that we had in our building. And then I got to observe the data based on teacher or student usage. I also wanted to evaluate through checking in with teachers in person. I feel like this was also going to be important for my project in order to evaluate the need and the wants that the teachers had. So I took time out of my classroom to meet with each of the grade levels. I even took some time to walk in while the online tools were being used, just to watch the student engagement and see how engaged the students were. Teacher surveys and observational data was also obtained to determine the effectiveness of the exemplar lessons. So not only were my teachers receiving virtual newsletters on how to use the online tools that we have available in our school, they also got to receive exemplar lessons where they got to watch and learn how to implement these online tools in their own lessons. Teachers were also encouraged to record evidence on student engagement. So some of the ways that I, asked them to do this was through just doing informal assessments that were done orally, or just through checking with the students to see how well they were engaging with the online tool that was being presented to them. So here is my experience and results on my capstone project. So as I had hoped, the spotlighted resources were used more often as the newsletters were sent out. So this meant that the online tools that were spotlighted on each of the monthly newsletters were in return being used as I had hoped. Here is also a sample of a survey that my teachers had to do at my school, and this is where I received most of my feedback and results from my capstone project. Teachers also said that they feel more comfortable using the technology to provide engaging academics. A lot of our teachers in the building don't feel comfortable using technology. A lot of them just know the basics, and they felt like the online newsletters gave them that opportunity to feel comfortable using technology without having someone watching them, behind their over their shoulder, just to make sure that it was being used. Not that this is the environment that we have in our building, but like I said, many of them don't feel comfortable with using technology, so this gave them that opportunity to step outside of the box and out of their comfort zone. Students, of course, they loved using the technologies and were shown to be more engaged. A lot of our population, over 60 to 70% of our students, are ESOL, so this offered them an opportunity to express themselves differently. So they did ended up liking and loving the technology that was being implemented in their classrooms, which is great for our students that are learning English as a second language. Here are some of the words that were shown to be the most popular on my survey, and just through teacher conversation and student conversation, a lot of them said that the online tools that were being used in their classes were fun, they were engaging. Our teachers expressed that they felt like they grew as a teacher through using and learning about these online tools that were being implemented with the help of the monthly newsletters and the exemplar lesson plans. So some of my reflection, I feel like I grew as a teacher, but also, it gave me the opportunity to learn the job of an instructional technology coach. I also got to learn how to adjust the project. We learned at the start of the project that the data that was being thrown out to us, or to me, as I was implementing the newsletters and the online tools, was very different from one another. I also described this on my capstone report. So I had to sit down with my media specialist to decide how we were going to give this and deliver this to our teachers the best way. So we decided to change the plan and provide the most effective support to use the resources offered to our teachers. And we decided to use all the data points as they were and determine the effectiveness of the newsletters along with the lesson plan. So, just like in education, I had to go with the flow. I had to adjust my project just to offer the best opportunities to our students and teachers. The result of my capstone project also opened up conversations with administration to see how engaged our students were being with these online tools, and it also offered us the opportunity to learn the effectiveness of technology and the effect that it was having in our teachers, in our lessons, and the importance that it has in education in order to increase our student engagement, since technology is a huge part of our students in and outside of the school. Another result that came out of this capstone project was that the teachers really liked the virtual newsletters, and I decided to continue doing them. I'm actually working on deciding how I'm going to continue doing this, or how to change it up a little bit more than from the first time they received the monthly newsletters. So that's a work in progress, but they will continue to receive these monthly newsletters. References that I used throughout my capstone project that supported my project. And these are just some acknowledgements I would like to give, some shout outs to my administration, my technology committee from our school that offer a lot of support and a lot of feedback and ideas on how to deliver and implement this capstone project. Of course, teachers and students that were very understanding, they were very helpful, and they both appreciated having this opportunity to learn more about the online tools we have in our building. And of course, my fourth grade team for having my back and supporting me through the implementation of this capstone project, and also for being supported when I had to step out of my classroom in order to have those meetings and check-ins with the teachers throughout the capstone project.